Self-mastery encompasses a lot of different disciplines, a lot of different things, a lot of different tools that you can utilize to help you eventually master yourself. But self-mastery is obviously an ongoing process. It's one that can take a lifetime. And maybe even in that lifetime, you fully don't master yourself, but you can get pretty close. And there are many different avenues and tools which you can use to master yourself. So we're going to just scrape the surface with this video, but also I don't want people watching to think that I think I have mastered myself. I have not. It's an ongoing process for me, as it will be for everyone watching. So self-mastery and the tools you can use to master yourself. So sometimes it's easy to get caught up on tools. Tools, what are tools? Tools are mechanisms that you can use to help understand yourself, to help you become more aware, or to help overcome your own restrictions or programmings that you already have ongoing within your mind. So there are many tools available, some that you guys probably use yourself. It could be meditating. Maybe you meditate, maybe you go to the gym, maybe you read, maybe you study, but all of these tools will have in some way, shape or form, have some type of discipline attached to them, because you have to do them when you don't want to do them. And you delay gratification by doing these things so that in the future you will accomplish things that you want to accomplish or get somewhere that you want to get to. And in even simpler terms, most of these things are going to involve you either abstaining from something or taking up something. Or in some cases as well, it may be just replacing, bad habits with good habits. So in terms of where self-mastery is concerned, you have to kind of take a step back from all these things, because if you take one step back, you will see that another form of discipline isn't just the fact that you do these things. I would say it's how quickly you are able to go from not doing these things to doing these things, if you get what I'm saying. So from not using these tools to then using these tools. In another sense, you could literally just say your ability to lock in when you want to lock in, because it's easy to say that we want to lock in and then not end up locking in till like a few weeks. Or maybe how many times have you had an exam or something and you come up with a plan and you say, okay, I'm going to lock in and study, and then you just leave it to the last few weeks to actually do any studying. So if we take another step back, this comes down to what I would say virtues. So your virtues are what is going to shape your character. Virtues are traits of excellence, and they can be moral, they can be social, they can be intellectual, but they're basically traits of excellence. And if you are able to, first of all, become virtuous, so adopt these traits of excellence, or at least try your best to, uphold these traits of excellence, then the tools you adopt as part of your self-mastery journey will hold more weight and have more significance, or you'll be able to trace them back to your virtues, and your why for the tools that you adopt will make more sense. So now you're probably asking, what are some types of virtues? What are some examples of traits of excellence? So what I'll do is I will bring just a screenshot up which has some examples of virtues or, characteristics, and you can look at them. You can also just go on Google and Google some types of virtues. But what I want you to do is, when you see the screenshot, have a look at it and ask yourself, which ones do I have and which ones do I uphold? And also ask yourself which ones I don't have or which ones I don't display. And then ask yourself, why do I or don't I display these traits? Is it because I don't value them? Is it because I find them, unimportant? Or is it simply because I kind of forgot about them, I was unaware of them, or I forgot to be upholding this. You know, it could be, you could be reading these traits and think, you know, there's something I believe in, and there's something I think I should uphold and should have as part of my character, but I've just been looking past it. You know, life's gotten busy. I've been looking past it. And you see, this is kind of, when you look at these, you have to set the standard for yourself at what virtues you want to uphold at all times. And here's the beauty of having virtues or being virtuous. Your why for adopting virtues should only really be because it's the right way to act. It's the, you know, it's the right thing to do, and it makes society better. Because if you have any other why than that, it sort of cancels out the virtue, if that makes sense. Because the source of that virtue could be coming from something external. For example, selflessness. If you are exercising selflessness because it's the right thing to do, it makes humanity better, then okay, that is good. That's selflessness. But if you are, you know, acting selfless because maybe it makes you feel good about yourself, or it makes you look good towards others, then that's not selflessness. You know, there's an external motivation, and you can apply this with different virtues. You know, you can look at the list of virtues that you see, and you can apply that same thinking with different virtues. But the main point is that it's not coming from your source of character, your source of excellence. It could be coming from another external motivation, which cancels out the fact that you uphold these virtues for the sake of excellence and upholding the virtues. And that's a difficult thing to do, because sometimes it can seem a bit boring. Like, why am I trying to uphold this character of excellence when in the end goal of things, the end run, there's nothing to gain in such sense other than excellence and making society better, which is, you know, that is a great thing to gain. But for your selfish side, you may not see no immediate gain from that. You know, it's a difficult thing to do things just for the fact that they are right, they are righteous, or they make society better, when you can't see, you know, no immediate gain for yourself. But that is the true test of it. If you're really striving to make society better, and you're striving to be that person, a virtuous person, then you will act accordingly. You will be virtuous, because you know, in the long run, if everyone was like this, it would be better. That we would have a better world. So now, for a practical point, you know, as we end this video, I guess a thing to do is let's go back to, you know, stage one, the tools that you have adopted. Look at those tools and question yourself and analyze why you do them. What is the source of why you do them? Does it come from a virtue, a character, you know, a characteristic of excellence that you try to uphold to make society better? Or is the motivation for doing these things a lot less solid? Because again, if you want it to be sustainable and you truly want to become your best self and master yourself, then you need a solid set of virtues to rely on. Because motivations will come and go, goals will be reached, and it's in those times where you can easily take a step back and step off the track of self-mastery. And, you know, maybe sometimes when you do that, there's nothing wrong with it, because again, you might be living a good life by then. You might have already built some great habits. You have a great life. But for the people who want to always keep striving and learning for the sake of it, because we're in this world, you know, we're here, we might as well, then to stay on that path, you need some solid virtues to uphold, and you need to see beyond yourself. You need to see society. You need to see, you know, the progression of society and humans and the planet. You know, you need to think broader if you want your improvement journey and your self-mastery journey to be long-lasting. So with that being said, this has been quite a long video, but let me know what you thought. Let me know your ideas in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.